Today is very auspicious day, Vishvarup Mahotsav, the day when Vishvarup, elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, took sannyas. It is written in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adilila, chapter 7. I will read. Prabhur Agraja Vishvarup Bhagavan Ajanma Virakta Sarva Gunero Nidhan Sarva Shastre Sobe Bakha Neno Vishnu Bhakti Kandite Tahar Vyakha Nahi Karo Shakti Shrabane Badane Mone Sarvendriya Gone Krishna Bhakti Bine Ar Nabole Nashune. Shri Vishvarup, the personality of Godhead, was the Lord's elder brother. From birth he was detached from sense gratification. He was the abode of all transcendental qualities. He explained that the purport of all scriptures is devotional service to Lord Vishnu. And no one was able to refute his explanation. All Shastras, they point to this point. One who knows all Shastra, he can understand that for different eligibility, different instructions, but ultimately they all bring to devotional service. With his ears, mouth, mind, and other senses, he would not speak or hear about anything other than devotional service to Lord Krishna. Anujer dekioti bilokon rito Vishvarup mone gone hoya bismito E bala kobu nohe prakrita chaoyal Rupe acharane jeno Shri Bala Gopal Joto amanushi karma niravadi kore E buji kelen Krishna eshi shushorire. Seeing his brother's uncommon activities, Vishvarup was struck with wonder and thought, this boy cannot be an ordinary child. His beauty and activities appear just like those of Sri Bal Gopal, means small Krishna. I can understand from the uncommon activities he constantly performs that Lord Krishna enjoys pastimes through the body of this child. Ei moto chinte Vishvarup Mahashoy Kaharena Bhange Tattva Svakarma Koroi Niravadi Take Sarva Vaishnavero Sange Krishna Kota Krishna Bhakti Krishna Pujaronge Jagat Pramata Dhan Putra Vidya Rase Vaishnava Dekile Matra Sobe Upahase. Considering in this way, Vishvarup kept to his own activities and did not disclose this secret to anyone. He constantly associated with the Vaishnavas by discussing topics of Krishna, performing devotional service to Krishna, and engaging in the worship of Krishna. The people of the world were madly enjoying wealth, children, and education. Whenever they saw the Vaishnavas, they would ridicule them. Those who are sleeping souls, they cannot see anything but this material world, and only they think the purpose of life is only to enjoy. So if someone does not do this, like Vaishnavas, then they will think they are mad persons. Because they are sleeping, in Gita Krishna says, what is night for those who are materialists is day for those who are transcendentalists. And what is day for transcendentalists is night for materialists. Means in the night, people are not active. During daytime, they're active. So materialists, they're active in sense enjoyment, worldly enjoyment, but transcendentalists not. Transcendentalists, they are engaged in service of Krishna, but materialists, they are not. That is night for them. No activity in that direction. Arya Taraja Poreso Vaishnav Dekhiya Jyoti Soti Tapasvio Jai Bemoria Tare Boli Sukriti Je Dola Ghora Chore 10-20 জন যার আগে পাচের ওরে এত যে গোসাই ভাবে করহ ক্রন্দন তবু তো দারিদ্র্য দুঃখ না হয় খন্দন They would compose blasphemous rhymes and recite them when they saw Vaishnava. You see, that is wrong usage of poetry talent. One should use poetry to glorify Krishna, but they did wrong. Everything can be properly used or everything can be misused. They challenged, what is the use of being a sannyasi, a chaste wife, or a tapasvi? They must also die, like Varna Ashram Dharma following, but they said they will also die. So after that, everything is finished. So what is the use? Better we enjoy this world than to do some of these austerities. Nothing is after, and you will also die. So there is no difference. Difference is only we are getting happiness, you are not. We consider someone pious if he can ride in a palanquin or on a horse surrounded by 10 or 20 people in that time. But nowadays they will say if someone has a good BMW or something very expensive, then that is good. That time palanquin, carrying, others will carry you, or horse. You all cry for the Lord with love and devotion, yet you remain poverty-stricken, you are poor, so what is the use? Because they cannot see, they are sleeping. They think only money, that is the only value, and you have none, so what is the use? Ghon ghon hari hari boli charo tako ক্রুদ্ধ হয় গোসাই শুনিলে বড় ডাক এই মতো বলে কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি শুনিয়া জনে শুনি মহা দুঃখ পাই ভাগবত গণে কথাও না শুনে কেহ কৃষ্ণের কীর্তন দাগদা দেখে সকল সংসার অনুক্ষণ You loudly and repeatedly chant the name of Lord Hari, but he becomes angry when anyone loudly chants his name. People, this is just the opposite, they don't know. More loud you sing, more Krishna is happy. People who are devoid of devotion for the Supreme Lord would speak to the Vaishnavas in this way, and the devotees felt great sorrow on hearing such things, out of compassion for them. They are sad thing. The sound of the chanting of Lord Krishna's name could not be heard anywhere. And thus the people of the world continually burned in the fire of material existence. Those who are averse to Krishna, they will have to have material existence. Those who are devoted, they will be freed. Dukkha boro pai Vishvarup Bhagavan na shune abhishta Krishna chandrero akyan Gita Bhagavata jeje jone vaporai Krishna bhakti vyakakaro na aise jihvai Kutarka gusia sop adhyapak more Bhakti heno nam nahi janoye sangsare. The Supreme Lord, Sri Vishvarup, was most distressed because he did not hear any glorification of his worshipable Lord, Sri Krishna. Even those who spoke on Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam would never explain anything about devotion to Krishna. Here it is very nicely in Bengali, Krishna Bhakti Beka Karona Aisa Jihvai. Those who are explaining, never it came to their tongue about Krishna Bhakti. Karona Aisa Jihvai did not come on their tongue. The teachers wasted their lives in useless arguments. People of the world had not even heard the name Bhakti. Advaita Acharya Adijoto Bhakta Gon Jiber Kumoti Dekhi Koroye Krondon Dukhe Vishvarup Prabhu Mone Mone Gone Na Dekhi Golok Mukho Choli Jano Bone Ushah Kale Vishvarup Kori Ganga Snan Advaita Sabhayasi Hoy Upastan. Thus the devotees headed by Advaita Acharya simply cried upon seeing the atheistic mentality of the people. In such distress, Vishvarup considered, I will not look at the faces of these materialistic people. Rather, I will go to forest. Every morning, Sri Vishvarup would take a bath in the Ganges and then go to the gathering at Advaita Prabhu's house. Sarva Shastre Bhakhaneno Krishna Bhakti Sar Shunya Advaita Sukhe Koren Hunkar Pujachari Vishvarupe Dhori Kori Kole Anande Vaishnav Sab Hori Hori Bole Krishnanande Bhaktagon Kore Singhanat Karochite Arnahis Puro Ebishad. Vishvarup established devotional service to Krishna as the essence of all scriptures. On hearing his explanation, Advaita Prabhu roared with happiness. Advaita left his deity worship to embrace Vishvarup, and all the Vaishnavas happily chanted Hari Hari. On some days, when Advaita Acharya Prabhu could not explain when he was doing deity worship, but he was hearing. While worshipping, he was hearing that Harikatha, and when he heard that, he became so happy that he gave up that puja and embraced him, because it is offense to come out till you finish your puja. It is offense, you should not come. But if Guru calls you or some pure devotee, then you have to come out and serve him. Then you may continue puja, or if he will send you back. But you have to do that. In that case, it is not offense, but it is, you must do that. So Advaita Acharya was so happy to hear that pure devotional Siddhanta, that he left deity worship and just embraced Vaishnava. There is no offense, because in the heart of Vaishnava, Krishna is there. Then, in the ecstasy of Krishna consciousness, all the devotees roared loudly like lions, and lamentation no longer remained in their hearts. Vishvarup chari keho nahi jai ghore, Vishvarup na aiseno apon mondire, Rondon koria sochi bole Vishwam bhare, Tomar agreji gya anoh satvare, Mayer adeshe Prabhu Advaita sabhai, Aiseno agrajere, Loibar cholai. The devotees had no desire to leave Vishvarup's association to go home, nor did Vishvarup have any desire to leave them. After completing her cooking, Mother Sachi told Vishwambar, go quickly and bring your elder brother. On the order of his mother, the Lord went to Advaita Acharya's house to call his elder brother home. Asya dekhen Prabhu Vaishnav Mandal, Anyone koren Krishna Kothon Mongol, Apon Prastav Shuni Shri Gaura Sundar, Savare koren Shubha Drishti Manohar, Proti Onge Nirupam, Labanero Sima, Koti Chandra Nohe Ek, Noker Upama. When the Lord arrived there, he saw all the Vaishnavas engaged in discussing topics of Lord Krishna. Hearing his glorification, Sri Gaura Sundar glanced mercifully on them. Each of the Lord's limbs surpassed the topmost limits of beauty. Even millions of moons could not be compared with one of his toenails. Such beauty, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Bhagavan. Digambar Sarvanga Dhulai Dusar, Hasya Agraja Prati Koren Utar, Bojane Aiso Bhai, Dakai Ejanani, Agraja Basandhari, Choloe Aponi, Dekise Mohan Rup, Sarva Bhaktagon, Stagito Hoya Sobe, Kore Nirikon. Standing naked, his body covered with dust, Vishvarup smiled and spoke to his elder brother. My dear brother, please come to eat. Mother is calling you. Vishvarup then caught hold of his brother's dhoti and followed him home. On seeing the Lord's enchanting form, all the devotees were stunned and they continually stared at him. Samadhir pray hoyache bhakta gone, Krishner koton karuna aise bodone, Prabhu dekhi bhakta moho swabhavei hoy, Bina anubhave o daser chito loy, Prabhu ose apon bhakter chito hore, Ekota bujite onyo jone nahi pare. The devotees practically entered samadhi, means transcendental, that state, vision. They were unable to speak about Krishna. Devotees are by nature overwhelmed upon seeing their Lord. Indeed, even before the devotees realized his identity, the Lord stole away their hearts. That time he did not reveal himself. He was covered by his Jogamaya. They could not know who is he, but they were fully happy. Materialistic persons are unable to understand how the Lord steals the hearts of his devotees. Devotees only can know. Erahasya vidito koileno bhagavate, parikit shunileno shukadebo hoite, prasange shunoho bhagavater akyan, shuk parikiter sambat anupam, Ei Gaura Chandra jabe janmila gokule, shishu songe grihe grihe krira koribule. Yet this mystery was disclosed by Shukadev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit in Srimad Bhagavatam. Please hear now the matchless discussion between Shukadev and Parikshit from Srimad Bhagavatam in this connection. When Sri Gaurachandra appeared as Krishna in Gokula, generally we hear Krishna appeared as Gauranga, but here it is Gauranga appeared as Krishna in Gokul. He played in all the houses there with the other children. Janma hoite prabhure sakala gopi gone, nijo putro hoiteo sneho korimone. Jadapi Ishwar buddhya na jane Krishnere, swabhave putro hoite boro sneho kore, shunya bismito boro raja parikit, shukstane jigyasen hoi pulokit. From the time of the Lord's birth, the gopis, that is elderly gopis, had more affection for him than they had for their own sons. Although they never considered Krishna the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because that is Jnana Shunya Bhakti in Vrindavan, no knowledge of Krishna's Godhood, that is superior type. Although they never considered Krishna the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they had natural attraction for him greater than they had for their own sons. Shunya Bismit Boro, this I read. Hearing this, Maharaj Parikshit was struck with wonder. His hair stood on end and he inquired from Shukadev Goswami as follows. Parama Adbhut Kotha Kohila Gosai, Tribhubone Emoto Kothao Shuninai, Nijo Putro Hoite Para Tonoi Krishnere, koho deki sneho koilo, kemon prakare, Shri Shukohen Shuno Raja Parikit, Paramatma Sarvadehe Balab Bidit, Atma Bine Putroba Kalatra Bandugon, Griha Hoite Bahir Ko Rai Totokon, Otoe Paramatma Savar Jibon, Sei Paramatma Ei Shri Nandanandan, Otoe Paramatma Svabhav Karone, Krishna Te Odik Sneho, Kore Gopigone. O Goswami, Shukadeva Goswami, I have never before heard such wonderful narrations within the three worlds. Please explain to me how the gopis displayed more affection for Krishna, another son, than for their own sons. Shukadeva Goswami replied, O Maharaj Parikit, it is well known that the super soul is there to all. This you will find topic in Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and other also, but in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, this topic is twice repeated, in like more in the beginning, and then also at the end. Same topic, totally same, because it is very important. When the soul leaves the son, wife or friend, their body is taken out of the house. Therefore, the super soul is the life of everyone. That super soul is the son of Nanda Maharaj. Thus, the gopis have more affection for Krishna because of his natural characteristics as the super soul. Here, soul means super soul. Atma. Atma vare drashtabhyo, shrotabhyo, mantabhyo, nidhyasitabhyo. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Atma requires Atma, means Paramatma. Paramatma should be seen. Atma vare drashtabhyo, shrotabhyo. You should hear about him. Mantabhyo, think about him. And nididhyasitabhyo, you have to meditate on him. Super soul. When super soul leaves, then that body has no value, no nothing. So super soul is what is there. There it is written. Wife is there because of presence of Supreme Lord, or husband and all relations because of him. If he leaves, then so that Paramatma is Krishna, Nandan Krishna. So the gopis had more affection for Krishna because of his natural characteristics as the super soul. Eho kotha bhakta proti anya proti nohe anyata jagate kene sneho na koroye kanksa diho atma Krishna tove hingse kene purva aparat ache tahar karone sahaje sharkara mishta sarvajone jane keho tiktava se jihva dosher karone. See, very nice example. This, however, applies only to devotees, not others. Otherwise, why doesn't everyone show affection for Krishna? Our Gurudev gave that example. Iron is naturally attracted to magnet. And magnet naturally attracts iron. So Krishna is like that. But if there is rust on iron, then we don't see that nature of iron manifested because of that fault. So here, another example, why do demons like Kamsa envy Krishna, the Supreme Soul? This is simply due to previous offenses. When we become averse to Krishna and want to enjoy, then we are unable to see Krishna as he is and be attracted. And then he gives this example. Everyone knows that sugar is sweet by nature, but if the tongue is diseased, then sugar tastes bitter. This is the fault of the tongue, not the sugar. The conclusion is that Lord Chaitanya is the sweetest of all. This is a translation of 2 verses. I did not see it. It is on next page, so I will again read. Sahaje Sharkara Mishta Sarva Jone Jane Keho Tikta Base Jihva Dosher Karone Jihvar se dosh Sharkarar dosh nai Otoev Sarva Mishta Chaitanya Gosai. Rupa Goswami gave that example. Krishna's name, form, attributes, pastimes are all sweet. But if we have the disease of jaundice, then even what is sweet, we are unable to taste it because of pitta on your tongue, bile, the bitter. So you will taste bitter like that. When we have avidya, disease of avidya, since time immemorial, we cannot taste the sweetness of Krishna's name. But that is the only medicine. We have to take it with faith regularly. Then the more disease is removed, the more we can taste the sweetness of Krishna. That sweetness is always there, but we are not creating it. But we are unable to taste it because of disease. Then we will be able to taste. Like devotion is there, but it can be covered. It is not created. It can be covered due to offenses. Ei navadvipete dekhilo sarva jone tatapiho keho na janilo bhakta bine bhakter se chito prabhu hore sarvathai bihoroye navadipe vaikuntero rai mohya savar chito prabhu vishwambhar agreje loila chalileno nijo ghor. Although everyone saw the Lord in Navadip, no one except the devotees could recognize him, and also not at the beginning. They only felt bliss. But who he is, they came to know later when he himself revealed. The Lord of Vaikuntha attracted the hearts of all the devotees as he enjoyed his pastimes in Navadip. After thus enchanting everyone's heart, Lord Vishwambhar returned home with his elder brother. Mone mone chintoye advaita mahashoy prakrita manush kobu eba lok noy sarva vaishnaver proti bolila advaita kon bostu ebalok na jani nishchito prashangsite lagileno sarva bhakta gon apurva Vishvarup labanya kothon. Sri Advaita Prabhu considered to himself, this boy is not an ordinary person. Then Advaita said to the Vaishnavas, I don't know what sort of boy he is. All the devotees then began to praise the beauty and charm of that wonderful child. Nam matra Vishvarup cholileno ghore punah aileno shigra Advaita mandire na bhai sangsar sukh Vishvarup mone niravadi thake Krishna ananda kirtone griha aile o griha vyabhar na kore niravadi thake Vishnu grihe er bitore. See, Vishvarup returned home simply out of formality. Then as soon as possible he returned to Advaita's house. Means after lunch immediately came back. The desire for material enjoyment never appeared in the mind of Vishvarup. He constantly remained in the ecstasy of chanting Krishna's names. Even when he was at home, he never engaged in household activities. Rather, he would always stay in the temple room, Vishnu Gore, Vishnu Griher Bhitore, in temple room. Bibaher udyo koroye pita mata shuni Vishvarup boro mone pai beta charigo sangsar Vishvarup mone bhave choli jano bone matra ei mone jage Ishwarer chitta briti Ishwar se jane Vishvarup Sannyas korila koto dine. When his mother and father spoke of arranging his marriage, Vishvarup felt great mental pain. Vishvarup thought to himself, I will leave home and go to the forest. The heart of the Lord is known only to the Lord. Thus, after a few days, Vishvarup left to take sannyas. Jagate vidito nam Shri Shankararanya Cholila anata pote Vaishnava agraganya Cholileno jodi Vishvarup Mahashai Sochi Jagana Dagda Hoila Hridoi Goshti Soho Krondon Ko Roye Ubharae Bhair Biroche Murcha Gela Gaurarai. Vishvarup then became known throughout the world as Sri Shankararanya. As he traversed the path of devotional service to Lord Krishna, he became celebrated as the topmost Vaishnava. Commentary. Vishwarup's departure from home left Sochi and Jagannath grief-stricken. Sri Gauranga cried loudly along with his family members and eventually fell unconscious out of separation from his brother. Se biroho bornite bodone nahi pari, hoilo krondon moi Jagannatha puri. Vishvarup sannyas dekia bhakta agon, advaitadi sobe bohu korila krondon, uttamadyam je shunila nodi ai. Heno nahi je shunia, dukho nahi pai. I am unable to describe their feelings of separation, by which Jagannath Mishra's entire house became inundated with crying. Understanding that Vishvarup had taken sannyas, Advaita and the other devotees all began weeping. Everyone in Nadia who heard about the incident, both the ordinary and the exalted devotees, all felt unhappy. Jagannath Sochir Bidirno Hoy Book Nirantare Dake Vishvarup Putra Shoke Mishra Chandra Hoilo Bihval Prabodha Kore Bondu Bandab Sokol Stir Hao Mishra Dukho Nabaviho Mone Sarva Goshti Udarila Sei Mahajone. Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi were both heartbroken and continually cried out, Vishvarup, Vishvarup. Sri Mishra was overwhelmed with lamentation for his son, so his friends and relatives all tried to pacify him. Dear Mishra, please control yourself. Do not feel sad, for that great personality has delivered us all. Goshtite Purush Jar Koroye Sannyas, Trikoti Kuler Hoy Shribai Kuntevas, Heno Karma Kori Leno Nandan Tomar, Sapal Hoyla Vidya Sampurna Tahar, Ananda Vishesharo Korite Juyae, Eto Boli Sakale Dhoroye Hate Pai. When someone takes sannyas, millions of family members are promoted to Vaikuntha. Your son has perfected his education by this act. Therefore, it is befitting for you to feel even happier than before. Saying this, they all held the hands and feet of Jagannath Mishra. Here it means real sannyas. Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained. Sannyas means you have to engage your body, mind, and speech fully for the service of Krishna, nothing else. That is sannyas. And he said for some, it is by Krishna's desire, they will formally take sannyas, like tridanda and dress and everything, and they will preach, but it is actually meant for all. even for household devotees, they should come to this stage of full dedication. And it may not be necessary, they will also take formally sannyas, but effect will be same. We see Prahlad Maharaj did not take sannyas, but the Rishinga Bhagavan said, you rescued all, your family, and before all, you rescued. So devotion is important. And how Krishna wants someone to serve, then that will be accepted. So for some it is like this in sannyas, for some it may be in household, but the point is full dedication to Krishna. And that household, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote in the Charanagati songs, he will also see all his family members, wife, children, everyone in proper perspective, that they are all servants of Krishna. He will not exploit, nor renounce, but will serve in relation to Krishna. So that kind of sannyas, Srila Sridhar Maharaj told that Krishna says in Gita, one who will give up all enjoyments and fully dedicate to Krishna, that is sannyas. So sannyas, everyone has to come to this platform. Then all will be benefited, because by watering at the root of tree, whole tree is nourished. So everyone will get eternal welfare if one becomes pure devotee. So here they try to pacify him that it is good that he took sannyas, so automatically we will all be delivered. Ei kulbhushan tomar bisham bhar, ei putra hoibe tomar bangshadhar, iha hoite sarva dukha guchive tomar, koti putre ki korive e putro jahar, ei moto sobe bujayeno bandhugon, tatapi misher dukho na hoi kondon. Like Prahlad Maharaj, he already was pure devotee and he got blessing on Rishinga and everything. After that he married. After that, with full realization, he is not seeing ordinary way. He's seeing in another way. And also he got son, Birochan. And he did his duty to his son. He tried to raise him to become a devotee. He put him in that school for demigods, and by his own example and ideal character and advices, he tried to make him devotee, to satisfy Krishna. That is his duty as a parent. But in spite of his ideal effort, perfect effort, Birochan could not become devotee, and Prahlad Maharaj did not become angry or beat him or force him or like that. No, he understood, I did my duty for the satisfaction of Krishna, and by that Prahlad was satisfied. He does not need any name and fame like this. If someone will say, oh, your son did not become devotee, so you are useless. No. Prahlad did his duty, and he has no other desire except his service of Krishna. So he did that and he was fully happy. That is why there was no anger. He understood this is the situation. Birochan, due to previous so bad impressions, he is unable to become devotee. What to do? This is the reality, and he accepted. Even for his father, he accepted. He tried to explain to him, but as a duty, but father could not accept, son could not accept, but he did not become disturbed. But still, because he was trying so with love, then Birochan, his son, regretted in his heart. My father wants me to become a devotee, but I am unable to become devotee. He was regretting, and that came into, that is also one effect. And that effect got fructified in his son, that is Bali Maharaj. We heard he became pure devotee, and Prahlad Maharaj was very happy. So we have to understand the importance is devotion, not external form. Someone may take dress of a sannyasi or like this, but if he's not fully dedicated, then that effect will not be there. So here they said, your son Vishwambar is the ornament of your dynasty. He will eradicate all your suffering. If one has a son such as him, what is the need for millions of sons? Ei moto sobe bujayeno bondrugon, tatapi misher duko naho e kondon. Jete mote ধৈর্যা ধরে মিশ্রা মহাশয় বিশ্বরূপ গুণ স্মরি ধৈর্যা পাশরায় মিশ্রা বলে এই পুত্র রহিবে ঘরে ইহাতে প্রমাণ মোর নালয় antare. In this way, all of Jagannath Mishra's friends tried to pacify him, but his distress remained unmitigated. If somehow or other he regained his composure, as soon as he remembered Vishvarup's qualities, he again lost his patience. Sri Mishra said, I have no reason to believe that this son will remain at home. Means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nimai. Dilen Krishna se putro, nilen Krishna se, Jai Krishna Chandre richa hoi bosei se. Satantra jiber tilar dek shakti inai, Dehendriya Krishna samarpilun toma athai, ei rupe gyan joge mishra mahadhir, olpe chitta vritti korileno stir. Olpe chitta vritti korileno stir. So he said, Krishna gave me a son and then he took him away. This is the truth for all relations in this world. Krishna gives, Krishna takes. They are all his. Whatever Krishna desires, that is what will happen. No one can go against. According to karma, we are together, we are separated like this. And these are all non-eternal relations. But we all also have eternal relations on transcendental platform in relation to Krishna. We all belong to same Krishna. So either realized sannyasi or realized household devotee, they see all as jivas of Krishna and they behave in that transcendental platform, not on material, non-eternal and with wrong desires and nor exploit nor renounce, but behave in relation to Krishna. Independent of you, he's saying to Krishna, independent of you, the living entities have no power whatsoever. Means what you do, Krishna is giving the result and that will happen, that you cannot change. Therefore, O Krishna, I am surrendering my body and senses unto you. That is the best. That is the only way. Our Gurudev told, we have to accept Krishna's will, then we can be peaceful. Otherwise, if we are revolting, then we will always be disturbed. Because anyhow it will happen according to his will. In this way, the most sober Jagannath Mishra gradually controlled his mind through the process of Jnana Yoga. Here it refers to Bhakti Yoga, knowledge yoga, knowledge of Krishna and this law of karma and how everything is by Krishna's will, and surrendering to Krishna's will, that is Jnana Yoga, here meant Bhakti Yoga. Henomote Vishvarup hoila bahir, Nityananda Swaruper abhet shorir, Jeshunoye Vishvarup Prabhur Sannyas, Krishna Bhakti hoitar chinde karma phans. Vishvarup Sannyas shunya bhakta gon, Karishe Vishatsobe bhave anukhon. That is the story of how Vishvarup, who is not different from Nityananda Swarup, left home. Whoever hears the pastimes of Vishvarup's acceptance of sannyas attains devotional service to Lord Krishna and freedom from the bondage of fruitive work. karma pans, that noose around your neck of karma, that will be cut. Krishna Bhakti hoy, you will get devotion to Krishna, and tar chinde karma pans, your karma will be cut. How much we can devote ourselves to Krishna, that much that will be cut. Or as the devotees heard about Vishvarup's accepting sannyas, they simultaneously felt happiness and lamentation. Je bachilo stan Krishna kota kohivar, taha Krishna horileno ama sabakar. Amarao na rohibo choli jan bone, epapishta lok muko nagdek hije kane, pashandir bakya jval sohibo vakota. Nirantarasat pote sarva lokrota. Koto and roto. They said, whatever little opportunity we had for discussing the topics of Krishna together, Krishna has taken away. Let us also leave home and go to the forest. Then we will not see the faces of these sinful people. How long must we tolerate the burning words of these atheists? They are all continuously engaged in materialistic activities. Krishna heno nam nahi shunikar mukhe, sakal sangsar dubi more mitya sukhe. Bujaile keho Krishna pot nahiloi, uladia arse upahas koroi. Krishna bhaji tomar hoilo kon suk. Magia se kao ar, bare joto duk. We do not hear the name of Krishna from anyone's mouth. The entire world is absorbed in illusory happiness. Even if they are instructed, they will not take to devotional life. On the contrary, they taunt us, saying, what pleasure do you derive by worshipping Krishna? You even have to beg for your food. In this way, you increase your distress. Jogyano he sop loker sone bas, bone choli jano boli sobe chares shwas. Prabodeno savare advaita mahashoy, paiba paramananda sobe inishchoy, ebe boro bason mui hridoya ulas, heno buji Krishna Chandra korila prakash. It is not proper to live with such people. Therefore we should go to the forest. Saying this, they sighed deeply. Attempting to console them, Sri Advaita Prabhu said, you will all certainly attain great ecstasy. Even now I am feeling overjoyed at heart, so I can understand that Sri Krishna Chandra has already advented. Sobe Krishna gao gia parama horishe, etai dekiva Krishna kote ekdibose, toma soba loya hoibe Krishna erbilas, tobe se advaitahon shudo Krishna das, kadachit jahanapai shukba pralat, toma sabar brite opaibe se prasad. All of you go and happily chant Krishna's names, and in a few days you will see Krishna right here. Krishna will enjoy his pastimes with all of you. Then the meaning of my name, Advaita, will be fulfilled, and I will be celebrated as the unalloyed servant of Lord Krishna. All you devotees will receive mercy that even Shukadev Goswami and Prahlad Maharaj did not receive. They will get Braja Prem. Shunya Advaiteroti Amrito Bochon, Parama Anande Hori Bole Bhaktagon, Hori Boli Bhaktagon Koro Yehunkar, Sukomoy Chitta Briti Hoilo Savar, Shishu Songe Krira Kore Shri Gora Sundar, Horidvani Shunijai Barir Bithal. After hearing Sri Advaita's nectarian words, all the devotees chanted the name of Hari in great ecstasy. As the devotees loudly chanted the name of Hari, their hearts were filled with happiness. Shri Gaura Sundar was playing outside with some other children, but when he heard the name of Hari, he went inside the house. कि कार्य आइलो बाप बोले भक्तगणे प्रभु बोले तोमर दाखिला मोरे केने ए तो बोली प्रभु शिशु संगे धाया जाए तथापि न जाने के हो प्रभु उर्मायाए जे अबोधि विश्वरूप होइला बाहिर तदावादि प्रभु किच्छु होइला सुस्थिर. The devotees asked him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why have you come here? Because he was playing outside with children. Then they asked him, why you have come here? The Lord replied, why did you call me? Because they were chanting Hari, 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 Hari. So he said, why you called me? That is why I came. Saying this, the Lord ran away with the children. Yet by his influence, no one could recognize him. Since Vishvarup left home, the Lord became somewhat more peaceful, not so mischievous. He stayed with mother and more studying and like this. Then the Lila goes further. So today is Vishvarup Mahotsav, on the day he took sannyas. Also, our Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj also took sannyas on today's day. In Mathura, Keshavji Gauriya Math, from Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. He also was in family life, but that turned out to be unfavorable for his devotional service. His wife was not in favor, also children were not interested. So then he got that inspiration from within and took sannyas, and then he preached all over the world Krishna Bhakti, Krishna consciousness. So I'm bowing down to Vishvarup Prabhu, Vishvarup Bhagavan, and also to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, praying for their causeless mercy for pure devotion to Krishna. Tomorrow we will further hear Bhagavatam. Today